Make sure everybody can hear me. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the comment section if you can hear me. Okay, bet on, bet on. What's going on? I'm gonna be watching, it's easier for me to watch the computer, so I'm watching my live on the computer. So if I keep looking over here, I'm just looking at my computer because it's easier to keep up with the comments on there than it is on the phone. I would have just set it up for the computer, but I didn't know you couldn't set it up on the phone and then do it on the computer. Yeah, like the video. What's going on? I think one time I was supposed to go live. I was supposed to go live daily, and I managed to go live. I think 11 times. Yeah, I think I went live 11 times, which is still a lot for me. So I'm not mad at that at all. But it definitely isn't 30. What's my Instagram name? My Instagram name is @kevhick24. It probably benefits you to know that because this month, just like I did last week or the week before last, when I go live, every once in a while, I'm going to go live maybe 20 minutes here and then cut it and then go live on Instagram. So @KEVHICK24 on Instagram. Yeah, I went live 11 times last month. 15 to 30 minutes, not a lot, but showing up a little bit more. Let me see. This is weird. My setup's different and new, so y'all forgive me for that. But yeah, I plan on going live more this month. I'm gonna aim for 15 because 30 was overzealous. But yeah, I got a lot more to kind of do. I'm finding a new rhythm. I think short lives take a lot less out of me, so I like those. I can do a lot more of those on a regular basis. It doesn't really, like I said, it doesn't tax me too much. I'm an introvert, y'all, so like going back and forth while I might appear to be good enough at it, it does take a lot out of me. And if I'm doing that for 3 hours like I used to, it can be a lot. What's going on? Love. Let me see. So, what's going on, cousin? How y'all doing? So one thing I wanted to say while people still have while I still got your attention, one thing I wanted to say is a part of my journey like this year is just about doing more of what I love, living a life that I enjoy, not necessarily focus so much on unceasing ambition or the rat race or the American dream or anything like that. My goal this year is just to do what I love more, like period. Like, life is too short, and I just want to do what I love more. So a few of the things I love that I haven't been able to incorporate into content, because dating and relationships is something I'm passionate about because I'm passionate about helping people. But I'm not really passionate about dating and relationships because I have a great relationship. So it's not a my thing, it's a me helping y'all thing. But my thing has always been fitness. I've been working out since I was 15. So fitness is always something I've been passionate about. Fitness is something that I've helped a lot of people overcome as a personal challenge. I used to train in my 20s. I used to train people, take people one-on-one here or there, get a lot of good results for people. That was in person. The last 4 or 5 years, in my personal coaching with some women, the issue that they faced in their dating or in their dating confidence was their fitness level. And so some of you might even be in here, but I've been doing this for so long, maybe not. A lot of the women that I talked to and that I coached on my 3-month program also got a fitness trainer with that package. Whatever it takes to get a person from not being able to date, not feeling confident, not being at their best, to becoming their best is what I've always added to those packages. So there was no boundary or limit to the subject matter we would tackle to get you ready for a relationship or dating. I got a lot of people really great results. But because I'm not a fitness trainer, I didn't make people, take before and after photos or do anything like that. But I just know that I've always been a trainer. I've always been very passionate about helping people get results in their lives, no matter what the issue was. And fitness is my personal love. And so I'm gonna go back to just doing more what I love this year. And so while I'm already working out and trying to keep myself in decent enough shape, I have a personal goal to drop about 15 pounds. I think I'm about 220 right now. I'm 6'2" and a half ish. So 220, I look pretty good at 220, and with my genetics, even if I'm out of shape, you can't tell I'm out of shape. But I have some personal goals to get back in what I call trainer shape, because I want to start working with people more specifically and more strategically in their fitness. I'm always going to coach couples. I'm always going to coach single people. That business isn't going anywhere. I'll always be available for people who need that. But I'm doing less content about dating. I'm doing less content about relationships. I feel like there are enough talking heads about dating and relationships. And while I might provide a lot of quality for it, the algorithms aren't helping me. I'm already not, that's not my passion. It's my passion to help. So if I don't have the reach in that, I could practice or just kind of institute more of what I like into the content I make. And so while I'll keep this channel isn't going anywhere. As I upload less and less on this channel, I will be uploading more and more on my other channel. So again, back to my point, and then we're gonna get into the questions. Love and respect, JC. Thank you for showing up, bro. So my main passion has always been fitness and also educating myself. I like to read. I like to read books. I like self-help books. I like some based on a true story, happy ending type books. I'm not big on like sad books or even sad biographies too much, but I love to read. I love to pick up a book and just kind of immerse myself in it. I really like to read and nap. I think they should go together. I read about 3 or 4 chapters and take a nap. I'm not going to read a book all the way through, but I read quite a bit. And it's something I'm passionate about. So I say all that to say, between the fitness and the reading, these are 2 things I really enjoy. And it's something I would want to make content about because I'm passionate about those subjects. And so as I scale down or do fewer and less dating, specifically dating videos, relationship videos, the algorithm doesn't like those anyway, because people just don't keep coming back for relationship videos. They usually fix the issue in their relationship or break up, and so the audience retention for relationship videos isn't as good anyway. So the algorithm has never pushed those for me. And a lot of people who have relationship-based channels, if y'all notice around YouTube, if their focus is relationships and not dating and relationships, their views and their subscriber rates are just really low because relationships aren't as popular. People generally don't work on themselves as much when they're in relationships because they think it's their partner's fault. So while I'll do relationship content, I know the reach won't be there. And I'm passionate about helping people in relationships and dating. So again, that kevhick.com is always going to be a place where you can go and get help for your relationship. I speak to men, women. I mentor young people. All of the things I still do: life coaching, relationship coaching. But so my next channel, the channel I've created the Gmail for it already. It's going to be called Mind and Body with Kev Hick. Mind and Body with Kev Hick. It's really not going to be me doing workout videos. I think there's enough of YouTube's shit in workout videos. So that's not necessarily the goal. Or it's going to really be kind of vlog style. Me kind of documenting my journey to keep on my goals, but also helping people with their goals. Some people's goals are to, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, Kristen. Some people's goals are to lose weight. Some people's goals are to gain muscle. Some people's goals are to eat healthier. Some people's goals are to, be less poisonous to themselves, eat alkaline diet, whatever the goal is. I kind of want to dig into that conversation and start creating content around that. So body focus is going to be something that I really want to incorporate into content, and also mind. So a thing that I always do, especially with my life coaching clients, is I always recommend them a book. Something to practice when they're not in contact with me, something that can kind of reaffirm the things and the ideas that we're addressing in our calls. And so I've always kind of wanted to start a book club, but I've never been a part of a book club. And so in learning how to host a book club and run one, I'll be actually starting a book club because, again, I want to talk about the things and do content about the things that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about reading. mostly self-improvement books. But if our book club grows, like I have a vision, like if we can get over 100 people in our book club eventually, if some of y'all like biographies, we can have a biography. But I don't care. Like book club members usually vote on the book that they want coming up. So I want to create a whole book club schedule if there's enough interest in that, and I can get the schedule up within the next 2 weeks for the next couple of months, because I really want to be at these book club meetings. Also, a thing I've noticed in coaching individuals, whether it's life coaching, dating coaching, relationship coaching, is a lot of the people who have this issue don't also have a tribe. And that's, excuse me, I spend a lot of time telling my clients on the phone, yo, you need to find a tribe, right? You're living in isolation. It's very difficult to come from a place of come from a place of just surviving into a place where you're thriving. If you don't have any other energy, it's just your energy all the time, every time. You need a tribe. You need somebody to talk to, somebody to converse with, someone to get you out of the house. You need a circle, a group, support system, something. You need a tribe. Realize that most people that I end up life coaching don't have a tribe. They can't get around like minds because they don't know anybody with like minds. And a shared experience always highlights the like minds around you. So for that reason, I want to start a book club, not just to help my current clients that I'll continue coaching. Again, I'm still dating coach, relationship coach, life coach. But I really want to create a tribe for people to come to, and a kind of a safe space. Y'all know the comment section on YouTube, Instagram, all of those different places is it's treacherous. It's a terrible place to be. For me, I want to make use of social media and make use of the internet without the arguing, the fighting, and the bickering. And again, I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. I just want to make sure I get my points out, and then we can jump into what y'all talking about. And I appreciate y'all for being here. But I don't like that part of social media. Like, I like TikTok, but I don't like the part of TikTok where people make diss videos back and forth to keep the algorithm entertained. I like YouTube, but I don't like the part where I'm getting cussed out because I triggered somebody who's not ready to do the right thing for themselves yet, right? I don't like it on any other content. So for me, a part of what kind of discourages me is just be like, I be managing my energy, and the social media is all in all pretty negative. I'd like to create a space in this book club where we have meetings and we vote on these different books that we want to read and stuff like that, where I host it, where we don't necessarily have anything but love and warmth, and we can find our tribe within the book club. Some people are into sci-fi, not necessarily my thing, but I read a book if that's what the group's doing. Some people are into biography, some people are into self-help, some people are into drama, some people are into romance. I think within the book club, as we grow the book club, it would be very easy for people to start locating like minds and at least create friendships out of people that they might encounter in these book clubs. And so, because so many of my life coaching and so many of my dating and relationship clients have this issue where they kind of live in a bubble, I think the book club is a great shared experience that at least I can facilitate. Again, those of you who like other different topics that I'm not necessarily talking about or couldn't host on, you can facilitate. I want to grow it to a point to where if somebody facilitated a biography and I didn't want to read the biography, I could pay them to facilitate the book club meeting, right? You can host next week. Or if somebody was into sci-fi, if we had 17 or 18 or 25 people into sci-fi reading, sci-fi horror, somebody could host that book club. It won't have to be just what Kev Hick wants to talk about. Like, I really want to create a tribe where people are being positive with one another and just enjoying something they love around other people who love the same thing. And also, many of you are not having enough conversations with adults outside of your jobs. That's a thing. You said we can just comment on this video later. No, then your new IG. My new IG name. The new IG name right now is Kev Hick's Book Club on IG, because I didn't settle on Mind and Body with Kev Hick before. So if you on IG, it was Kev Hick's Financial Education. Now that same IG is going to be Kev Hick's Book Club right now, but I'll rename it Mind and Body with Kev Hick. I've been going back and forth with this, and I'm a Libra, so I'm a little bit indecisive. Hence why we're changing the name so much. But this channel specifically is remaining Kev Hick. Still gonna be dating and relationships. There's 600 something videos on here. I'm not gonna mess up this channel or confuse people who came for that and need that help. But what I will do is I'll always post the Mind and Body with Kev Hick content on the community page of this channel. So if you're interested in the dating, the relationship, all of that different stuff. If that's something that's that you like, you can keep getting it from this channel. But if you are interested in maybe the book discussions, and I want to have them on Zoom too. I want to be very clear. I don't think a book club is me telling y'all how smart I am and telling y'all how great a book is on YouTube, because I can't have that face to face. I want the book club on Zoom so everybody can share what they're experiencing in the book. Everybody can share what they're getting from the book, whether it's a self-help book or a love story, whatever you guys are into. I want to be able to have a flowing discussion where people can, actually speak for themselves instead of just typing in the comment section. So the book club will be on Zoom. Maybe Google Meets. I'm not sure. I've not used Google Meets for more than one or two people at a time. So I gotta see, but I've hosted very big Zooms before, so I'll probably upgrade my Zoom account and we'll start having at least 100 people in the book club for Zoom. That's the goal, right? The goal is to get people on Zoom and get people talking, and so it's not just me while I'm hosting it, while I might be facilitating it. I want everybody to participate. I want it to be a real book club, and so I'll make sure I structure everything. I'll get the whole book club schedule like put together. I just need to know how many people are interested. So if you're interested in the book club from the Kev Hick Mind and Body with Kev Hick channel, do me this favor. On my community page on this channel, I just dropped the Gmail. I need you to email me Mind and Body with Kev Hick at gmail.com. I need you to email that Gmail because it's going to be a Zoom, so I'm going to need emails to send people the Zoom links. So if you don't send me your email account, I won't be able to get you into the book club meeting. If it gets big, at some point I might charge people, but I probably won't charge the first 25 people to join just because they my OGs, and I need to start somewhere. But ultimately, because it'll become a chore, I need to make sure that I charge for it eventually. But right now, just jump in the book club, man. Enjoy yourself. Mind and Body with kevhick at gmail.com is where you can give me your email or get on my email list for information about the book club. And I'll set the schedule in advance, and so that'll be it. You already know at least a month in advance when the next book club meets are and what books that I'm reading, and then we'll do a voting system on the Mind and Body with Kev Hick YouTube channel to decide the next books in line, and then obviously in the Zoom meetings we can discuss that too. So I'm really excited about that. That's something you're interested in. I love reading, I love working out. These are two things that I want to incorporate into content in a vlog style and kind of an introspective type of thing. So it's not me being a guru or being smarter than everybody else, or showing how wise I am. It's just me being a human being, connecting with other human beings who like the same stuff I do. So there's that. So that's the announcement as far as, and then we're about to get into y'all questions and the things that y'all got to talk about or like to talk about. While I'm in here, it's 125 people. Can we get the likes up so YouTube shows us some love and send some more people in here? Somebody always tells me, "Oh, you should tell them to get the likes up. You should tell them to like the content when you're on live." I don't know why, but some people think that like button is kryptonite. So, like I said, that's another reason. I want to start this next channel so that I can really get in the company of people who really mess with me, right? Because if a person can watch you for free, but won't hit the like button, and it don't cost nothing to hit the like button, why do I want to help them? Why do I want to be talking? Like I don't want to give energy to somebody who don't want to give shit to me. So if you're passionate about my content, I'm with you. But if you're just a person who's kind of spectating, love and respect to you, you've not done anything wrong. But that's not the type of energy I want on this channel. On the next channel, I want people who are really engaged and who are there because they care about what's going on, or they want to create something with me that they can care about. I don't want a bunch of spectators, no random people who too busy and too important to hit the like button. Like it's 39 likes, it's 133 people in here. That tells me YouTube has set. The majority of people in here probably don't even watch my channel. It's just like, oh, okay, who's this dude on live? Like, that's what I get, and that's what YouTube gives you. They've skipped over 367,000 people who actually subscribe to the channel, maybe 2,000 of which are like gun-ho about the channel. They didn't get the notifications. 100 people got the notification or somehow ended up in here that aren't even willing to hit the like button, and that's the problem I have with social media. I want to control who I exchange energy with, and I think the book club is a really great idea. So, Mind and Body with Kev Hick, I put it at the top of the comment section before I even started the live. So, if you scroll all the way up to the top, that's the Gmail. Write that Gmail and drop your email address. Just say hi, say anything, say the word book club. I don't give a damn what you say. But you'll be on my email list, and I'll start to communicate with whoever gives me their Gmail and contacts me through email very soon about the book club. Maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'm still doing a branding for the channel, so I'm still setting up the YouTube channel, but let's keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll ask again. I don't know where these 50 people just appeared from. It was just under 100. Now I'm at 150. Now I'm at 132. Hit the like button if you're in here and you actually like me. If you don't, I don't give a damn if you dislike the video. Just engage with the video. So there's that. Let me dig into these questions. So if y'all have questions, I got answers for time. So let's dig into these questions. Please, everyone, like, share, subscribe to Kev. Yeah, I mean, it's 70 people in here that won't hit the like button. So sharing and subscribing are probably not options. But I appreciate your efforts and I appreciate your passion. That's the thing, man. Social media, like everybody's not like. There's this term I think my cousin once said. You thought you had fans when you just had viewers. He wasn't talking to me, he was talking to somebody else. But that was really profound for me because that was the first lesson I learned when I jumped on social media. It was like, most people aren't fans. Most people either don't care. A third of the people don't care, a third of the people really like you, and a third of the people hate your damn guts. And that's just it. It's the rule of 33. So for me, it's not surprising that, can't get the likes up or people don't share. That's not surprising at all. That's just how social media works. They're testing it on some people, and some people have been here for a while. Even so, email me, Mind and Body with Kev Hick, if you want to be a part of the fitness or the book club email list, and then we're gonna go from there. I will start training people specifically because I want to do more of what I love this year, and what I love doing is reading books. What I love doing is growing and learning and evolving my mind, and what I love is training people and getting people in shape mentally and physically. And so I've done that mentally with my life coaching business for the last 7 years, but I would love to start training more people physically. I'm excited about that. I'll probably cap it at about 20 clients until things settle down, and then I'll figure out what I want to do. But I got space for at least 20 people, and that'll include. And I haven't created the product on my website yet, so you can't go to it. But if you're interested in that, email me the word fitness, and we can dig into that. But that will include Zoom cardio trainings. That will include daily check-ins. Literally, pick up the phone and call you and ask you about how the goals are going and things of that nature. So you can talk to me daily if you have fitness goals. Any one of my fitness clients have daily contact with me. So. It's a lot more involved than most influencers' fitness thing. That's why I don't want to have too many clients. Like I said, I want to cap it at about 20 because I'm actually going to be calling people in the mornings, making sure that they're on top of their goals and they're doing what they got to do, or in the evenings or whatever time we see fit to talk to one another. What's up, Nancy? She always jump in and say, "Hey, Coach, what's going on, Nancy?" Might be speaking soon. So yeah, if you're interested in fitness training or just being a part of the book club, just join my email list just so you can be up on things. I'm also going to probably be sending the content that I make out on that channel. I'll be sending that out through those emails as well, so we don't have to wait on YouTube's algorithm to decide whether or not I'm important enough to show you I did a video. I'll take a lot more control with that part of the option or part of the audience this next go around with this next channel. Somebody said maybe it's YouTube suppression. Yeah, YouTube is suppressing anything that doesn't forward their new goals and agenda. They're a business, and right now they're trying to catch TikTok on short form content, so they're only forwarding channels that focus on short form content and new creators who just have the moon and stars as their goals. Like they haven't gotten anything, so they don't have to pay these people very much. These people are hungry, and so they're worshiping every new feature, YouTube shopping, YouTube shorts, YouTube this, YouTube that. YouTube is and TikTok does the same thing. TikTok pushes new creators in that first month or so way more than they push like established creators. So this is just how social media works. This is why very few channels get to like the Kai Cenat or Logan Paul or those types of numbers, because most of the time, by the time you get to those numbers, you got the subscribers, but you don't have the views because you don't have the reach. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I think I've said everything that I should be saying about, or I've needed to say about dating and relationships, outside of what I tell my clients on my one-on-one calls. And if you need a call, go to kevhick.com and book a call. We can talk about your love life, talk about your relationship, talk about your work life. It doesn't matter to me. kevhick24 on IG. I appreciate you, Big J. So let me get back into these questions. I know y'all got some questions. How can a woman identify a DL man? People always ask that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I know a lot about a lot, or a little about a lot, but I feel like I'd have to. I can't relate to what would even cause a man to think in that way. That's a part of a man that he's reverting to, whatever impression of feminine secrecy he's diverting to. I can't tell you a lot about what the signs for a DL man is. I think DL men in general that can't be trusted. I can tell you this: men in general that can't be trusted are very secretive. Men in general who can't be trusted are a little bit more mysterious than others. Men in general who can't be trusted are more spontaneous and unpredictable. And I'm not saying that spontaneous and unpredictable men, because I know you guys love that, aren't necessarily untrustworthy, but I'm saying that the likelihood is that a man is on the D-low. He's going to be a little less predictable than maybe a man who's more predictable, shows up at the same time, does the same things. But even so, man, they've caught a lot of firemen, Congress people, government politicians, judges, and attorney generals in the parks at 3 a.m. with 15 other guys. And these are all regimented men. So, like I said, I don't know. I think, I suppose a deep-seated anxiety or unhappiness about what the world thinks of them could be a thing, or an obsession about what the world thinks of them and how to control that narrative about who they are could be potentially that. But there are those who have big egos that have that same symptom. So I really can't tell you. It's kind of a toss-up. Sexual obsession is generally a huge red flag that somebody has some perversion that they might not be able to live out in public. So when people are a little bit too freaky, I'm always a bit concerned with that. I don't understand why you got to be that freaky. I mean, an orgasm is not that hard to attain. I don't know why you need, all the different things that people be needing. So there's that. I also don't trust people who post animal content. How people like always post like tigers and lions, and it's some sexual innuendo on the meme or something like that. I don't trust people who sex meme with animals. I think that's weird shit. So I would imagine that those types of people who need that extra stimulus or imagery would probably also potentially be seeking orgasmic pleasure in different or unorthodox places. But who am I to say that? I don't know nobody. So love and respect. Nancy Sinclair. Hey, Coach, can you name the time you started to level up and realize you had to change your company or friends? Or name a time. I feel like because I'm a loyal person and I'm particularly predictable in my patterns most of the time. And I give people grace because I know, to your point, I know you're a believer, Nancy. People betray God every day. They betray themselves even more. And so who am I to think that a person won't betray me? And with that said, the times in my life where I felt like I needed to level up or keep different company, my role in these relationships that I've had as far as my friends is usually I'm a protector. I'm the friend that keeps the knucklehead out of trouble. I'm the friend that backs up the underdog. I'm the friend that steps in front of the punch and throws the first punch. I'm the friend that just, I go to war before I let you go to war. Consequently, I attract friends that socially are often either misunderstood or very well understood, but disliked. I've had some friends that were very well liked, that matched what I believe myself to be. I think I have like one friend who I believe he's the greatest man I know, and he's outside of me, and my brothers. But I've not had to fire anybody or remove people because I'm super selective. And when people choose me, the people who generally need a figure like me in their life, I usually, if God pulls somebody to me or pushes them toward me, as long as they don't cross me, I'll be what they need. And it's just whatever my gifts are that help other people, I try to be present and available because you never know when you're going to need help. And eventually, as a good Samaritan, I'll run into one. I haven't run into many yet, but I'm sure that my good karma is coming for being good to people. So I haven't I've not leveled up socially and had to kick people away. What happens is I just kind of do me, and ultimately people fall away. After some time, if you don't know who I am, if you don't can't give me the benefit of the doubt, my intention, just my loyalties, some people just they walk away, because I'm not gonna be up your ass. I'm not gonna be in your business every day. I'm not that type of friend. I'm not the type of friend that talk to you Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and be all of it. I'm not doing that. Who is this? I'm not that type of person. So most of the time, people who are extra needy kind of walk away from me, and it's no disrespect to them. It's just I've not had to kick friends away. They just fall away. People are fickle, and you got to let them fall away. I don't do a whole lot to nurture toxic relationships, and so when someone's presenting a toxic relationship, when someone's proposing a toxic dynamic, I just don't participate, and that usually causes them to walk away. So a long answer to your short question. I don't participate in toxicity, and people generally walk away from me. I don't have to level up or fire my friend group. Hey, Kev, what's your opinion on getting rid of Furies? Furries? I'm sorry. What are we doing? I don't know what furries are. So let me know what furries are, if that's a serious question. How can you convince your ex that you believe in them? You know, I think if you've attempted to convince an ex that you believe in them, the problem is probably they don't believe in themselves. And so they're trying to figure out who they are through the validation that they might get from people that they either admire or respect or have reverence for. But you can't give them self-esteem. You can't be their inner voice. And I don't think that it's your job to make them know that you believe in them. I think a person who believes in themselves assumes of others a certain level of confidence because they don't understand why a person wouldn't be confident, or it doesn't agree in their spirit that a person should be not confident in them. So for me, I don't know if it's your job unless a part of the reason why you are not together is because he felt like you didn't believe in him. But again, that's him not believing himself, and then him being hurt by any opinion that confirms his disbelief in him. Most of the time, it's not the insults that we don't believe that hurt us. You can tell me, Kev Hick, you're a short, stubby looking, stupid person. Well, love and respect, but I don't believe those things because I'm not any of those things. Like, you can't convince me of any of those things. That's not true of me. But I'm sure there's an insult you can throw at me about something I've doubted in myself that would sting a lot more. And most of the time, when a person is tasking you with showing that you believe in them, it's because they lack that confidence in themselves, and they're needing you to be their inner voice, and that's not a healthy place to be. And DMX once said, and I'm sure a smart man before him said, if I believe you when you say I'm great, then I'll believe you when you say I ain't shit. And I truly believe that. I like compliments. I appreciate y'all compliments, but man, if I really believed y'all, if I believed I was great because you said it or y'all said it or people viewed my content, then when people got in the comment section and called me a snaggletooth, pick the damn insult, I'd have to believe them too. And none of that shit matters to me. So I think that he needs to get to that point to where none of it matters to him or she. I don't know if that was a man or a woman who asked that question, but it's not your job to make them believe in themselves by showing them how much you believe in them. But if you want to be supportive, then support them in ways that makes sense for you. But that's how you can do a supportive person. Listen to their problems, get behind them, brainstorm with them, try to help develop their ideas if you want to be supportive and have an impact on their projects or their process. But don't ass kiss anybody so they think you believe in them. Fuck that. Somebody said, I agree, people are fickle and would change up on you. I've learned not to take things so personally. Yeah. And people betray themselves every day. Every day they say, I ain't gonna eat no more garbage, and what they doing, they eating garbage. I ain't gonna lose weight, and what they do, they don't lose weight. Or I'm gonna start dating healthy minded people, and what they do, they still date them crazy ass people. People betray themselves every day. So it's almost a narcissistic egomaniac. It would take that for you to really think that nobody would betray you when they betray themselves every day. And then under hellfire and brimstone fear, still betray God or whatever religion that they have. They still betray their religion, even with the threat of doom, hell, pick the punishment. People just are not loyal to that degree when challenged in their willpower. So don't take it personally when people fall away from you or they betray you. Let that people need grace. That don't mean you need to stay in their life. Let them go. You know, new phone, who this? But I don't gotta hate you. You don't owe me nothing. How do you respond or react to a man who distance themselves after you state you're ready to be sexual? You're not ready to be sexual. Should I wait for them to process it? No, I don't think there's anything to process. A man who distanced himself because you said you're not ready to be sexual is trying to punish you into submission. So if I take myself away from you and I know what you want is me, what you want is time, it's you being on punishment. And he's not processing, he's punishing. And again, that we always hear about narcissists. Well, how do you avoid a narcissist? You stay away from people like that, who, if they don't get exactly what they want from you, try to control you with distance, with neglect, strategic neglect. Women do the same thing when men don't pony up enough money for a date or pony up enough money for a gift or give them, like, people ain't shit. Okay, so this man specifically wants sex from you. You're not giving it to him. Now he's going to distance himself. He's not processing. He's trying to punish you so that you turn from what you want and what you need and what you desire and what makes you feel safe to his desire, right? You do what he wants you to do, and that's the way you keep him in your life, and that's what the punishment is. So if you are interested in a relationship with that man, just know that there'll be more punishment every time he doesn't get his way. That's his nature. So it would be foolish of you to continue to date that gentleman. Or, yeah. Have you ever doubted that you will live to see the next day because of something shitty that happened to you? No. I've never had I've had near-death experiences, but I was a young child, and my brother was like a superhero. One time I almost drowned, and like magic, he pulled me out of the water. One time I fell in the street, and the car did not stop, and I don't know what the hell got into my brother, but he just grabbed me up. I think he did it with one hand. I was 7 years old, half his size. I think he was 14. He just one-handed picked my ass up like the bumper wind went across my nose. I was just like he was like a superhero. So I've never had like a shitty day that thought, oh, tomorrow I'm dead. But I've had near-death experiences as a child that I don't even think they're really NDEs because my life didn't flash before my eyes. I just knew I was okay. My brother was like an angel. So no, I can't really relate to that specifically. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I need to book an appointment with you to explain further. I would love to talk to you. Go to kevhick.com and book the appointment. People keep saying they want to book appointments, and like I said, love and respect, but I have a knack for helping people in a real way when I'm on the phone with them, and I give them practical, applicable advice. I'm not just having a great conversation with you and sending you on your way. You have a step-by-step, know what to do when you get off the phone with me, 9 times out of 10. He runs away if I compliment him. He might be shy. Or you might be repulsive. My bad. It is what it is. If you are repulsive, my bad. But he most likely shy. Somebody says 64 likes and 150 people watching. That is an insult. It is an insult, which is why I don't really F with this channel that much anymore, because at this point, Audiences are cyclical. Um, I've been on here 7.5 years. Man, 7 years. Audiences are cyclical. Sometimes you have an audience that is just like gun ho, love everything you do. Other times you have an audience of people who are just curious about your content, but they really don't F with you. Um, Sometimes you get an audience of people who hate your guts because YouTube's trying to test how many people your audience triggers or your content triggers, because they know content that triggers makes people keep watching, right? That's why certain viral creators who are really just offensive are so popular, because YouTube recognizes that pissing people off keeps people on YouTube too. So sometimes YouTube sends you different personality profiles, and all of us have a personality profile. Google knows exactly what you're into, they know you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. They know your subconscious mind. That's how much research Google puts into people. So for you think 1 minute that the audience in here, that the audience was told, who was told about this live today, were a mistake, you're wrong. It's 160 people in here, 69 likes. I should have at least 160 likes, but Google knows that I have to put about half the people in this live that don't like him, so that we can piss some people off who hate this type of content, or people who just aren't interested in it. Like they're experimenting constantly with who might like you, who might stay, who might engage. That is not that's like I said, I would like to get back to a place. That's why I want email addresses and a solid email list of people who really mess with my content. So when I reach out, when I leave an email, I got a higher open rate, because hell, I got an email list of like 5,000 people. I think the open rate might be like 19%, which I think is okay. But man, I really wish all of the people I mess with just mess with me back, or all the people who say they mess with me, you know, hit the like button, for instance, things of that nature. I just want to get my engagement percentage up, and really just deal with people who are passionate about what I'm talking about, and are creating a conversation for us to have, and not just waiting for me to be smart, wise, or entertaining. There's that. Uh, what's up, JT? Monkey? Um, Somebody calling me a monkey or something? Hey, Big J, what JT talking about? I ain't gonna be too many more monkey, whatever you talking about. I don't even got time. Caden the FIFA kid. Can I get a shout out? Shout out, Caden the FIFA kid. I don't know how much it'll help on this channel, but love and respect, Kayla the FIFA kid. Um, Let me get, I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom. Bro, turn your smoke alarm off. I can hear it. But shit, that's what's up. Wow, that's sad. Yeah, YouTube is a trip. I'm not really sad about it, man. I think, I was a little, I was very upset about it for a time. But man, what's mine will be mine. I'm not tripping about none of this stuff. I'm adjusted to the idea that a person can work very hard, build a platform, and then YouTube just ignores the people who said, "Hey, I like this content. Show me more of it," and throw it at some new people who don't even like it. Yamo, Brad, the algo brought me here. Legit the feed. Let's swiping through the live. I seen you come through, but I'm out. Whack. See? Why would YouTube send a male who probably doesn't watch content like this randomly? Like, why would YouTube send those? Like, but it's 367,000 people to say, "Hey, I like this content. Let me see more Kev Hick." They ain't in here, but some random guy swiping through his feed sees Kev Hick, who's not a part of my audience. Like, that's a wasted seat, you know. Um, what do you think about the inflexible men, the ones who ask you out, and if you can't go out on that date, they don't ever ask you out again, even if you give them another date and time? Okay, so that's a really good question. So, Melly Mel, when a man is inflexible, there are different, like, men have boundaries. Good men, solid men, well-intentioned men, self-respecting men. Every man is supposed to have boundaries, right? I don't want to confuse healthy boundaries for power games. When you have a man who won't compromise or cooperate or collaborate to figure out how to get to know you, or how to have an opportunity to meet up with you, that's a power game. So let's say if a gentleman just had to work, wasn't available when you gave him a rebuttal. Man, I can't go out Sunday. What about Tuesday? Well, look, I work. We've had to figure it out. That's different than if you don't go out here, you just never gonna hear from me again. The answer is no. A popular alpha male, F these B words to sleep, F these B's and H's, a popular guy that has that type of content that tells men and shows men how to put their thing in as many women as possible indiscriminately and not love them at all. A popular guy who teaches that, and it's a lot of guys who watch it. Very, very popular guy, probably a millionaire by now. But that guy teaches men to specifically, if a woman turns down your date, F that B. No, coming back. No, try to figure out another time. No, nothing. It teaches a power dynamic so that a woman starts to pine after a man, and she learns from that one decision that I cannot tell this man no about anything because it will cost me his attention. And if a woman starts to feel like you're that much of a challenge, it triggers her emotionally. So even though you're being toxic, she's emotionally triggered. The worst thing you can do is bore a woman. You can make her feel. You have to make her feel something, even if it's toxic, even if it's sadness. She needs to do this, up and down, up and down. And so these men have figured that out. So they just make a woman feel insecure and anxious, and that triggers her emotions and triggers her to chase. That's a power game. If you meet an inflexible man, it's not about him having standards or boundaries. Most of the time, it's about him making sure that he establishes 100% power so that you start to do exactly what you're told, and that includes drop your drawers at the end of the date, which really wasn't even going to be a date. Most of the time, if a man is doing this, he's probably asking you out for drinks or something stupid like that. And a man sometimes will refuse to do anything but buy you drinks or go out for drinks. He don't want to eat. He don't want to go to the movies. He don't want to go climb rocks. He wants to drink because he needs you to loosen up because he's there to pound town. Inflexible men are generally very well trained or alpha men in training. So no man who's interested in you in a serious way is going to be like, I refuse to collaborate with you to find a solution to a challenge that we're having and meeting up. That's not realistic unless you're just being elusive. I don't want to play with you. Okay, I'm not going to let you play with me and be elusive and be like, I can't. I'm not going to be that guy. But if you're like, well, I can't Sunday because I got this going on, but Tuesday I'm available. What you got going on Tuesday? You just said you had nothing. Well, I don't want to go out Tuesday because you told me Sunday. I told you Sunday, I meant Sunday. That type of stuff is just alpha male garbage. Don't go for that. Just leave them type of guys alone, though. You can't change those guys' minds. You can't impress them enough for them to drop that shit. They're practicing what they got from their favorite sexist creator. How do I show a guy I'm interested in him? Talk to him. Smile a lot when you talk to him. If you're on the phone, he should be able to hear you smiling. He should be able to hear the inflections in your voice, the excitement in your voice. Most men measure the reception they get. So if I call you and I say, where you at? If I call you and I say, hey, Janisha, it's me, it's Kevin. And you're like, hey, I don't even want to talk to you today because you don't feel like you want to talk to me, right? But if you're like, hey, what's going on? Like, now I'm like, okay, oh, shit, she happy to hear from me, right? So that's the type of things you can do if you're in contact with a guy. Just smiling, making eye contact, making conversation, asking questions. Most of the time, the inquisitive woman is the one we think like us, or we think we have a chance with her because she's inviting us to have more conversation with her. So ask a lot of questions, and the guy will start to assume he's more welcome to converse with you. And from that point, you can build a rapport with one another, and the answers become more obvious. Hey, Kev, I keep experiencing men asking me out on dates but not confirming the date. Should I confirm? I'm confused. Don't say yes to a date that doesn't have a time and date. That just, it's as simple as that. If a guy says, hey, I'd like to take you out, say, well, when you figure out a time and date, we can talk about that. I'm open to that, but I don't want to really say yes or no until you figure out a time, place, and date. And at that point, when he's specific about when and where, then you can be like, okay, yeah, I can do that. But if he's ambiguous, hey, I'd like to take you out, maybe sometime this weekend. When this weekend? And act stupid. When this weekend? My best DM, if you let me see, if you look on my Instagram, look if you Instagram, I don't know if I'm signed in my Instagram though. Hold on one second. If I'm signed into my Instagram, nope, not signed in. Uh, it's not. You can't DM me at the moment because I'm not signed in on my computer. My bad. But yeah, if a guy's asking you out, he should have a date and time. If he doesn't have a date and time, then the answer is no until you get a date and time. And just be sweet about it. Too often y'all be trying to like hard like play hardball with a guy. Like no, you need to tell him. Be very graceful, very sweet. Just like, you got to tell me a date and time. I don't know. I don't know. Date and time and place, like when and where. And don't agree to anything until you get a when and where. So sometime this weekend, that's not a when and where. I can't do nothing with that. I'm not about to hold myself up all weekend. But just be graceful. You don't have to be rude or have an attitude or try to show him you have standards with your tone. Just don't go for it until he gives you the specifics. So no, don't confirm. Just do something else. And if he calls you at the last minute, you be like, oh man, shit, I thought we wasn't going nowhere. So I made other plans, but I would love to go out. But just give me a day and time so this don't happen again. Now he's learned his lesson. And it's not about you playing games. It's just, why be under pressure when somebody asks you out? Why are you under pressure? Like, that don't make sense. Um, Yeah, so Janisha, you might want to talk to me on the phone. You might want to set up a call or a FaceTime. Go to kevhick.com because I'm sure your situation is much more specific than anything I can guess, any context I can guess about answering these questions on live. Mariah asked a question a couple of times, Kev. Hopefully you get to hers next. Mariah, hey Kev, I keep experiencing guys ask me out on dates. Oh yeah, I got that one. I just got that one. Um, I appreciate what you do here. Thank you. I try to be a good partner with your advice. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, and if you guys have relationship issues, I coach couples as well. Um, Help people learn how to get along again and find the hole in their relationship and train them on a step to step to how to fix it. So I'm excited about continuing that. Um, should I cut a man off that I'm seriously dating if he doesn't want to give me a gift for Valentine's Day and my birthday? I mean, I guess if that's a deal breaker for you, um, if that's a deal breaker for you, I suppose you can. Uh, some people just ain't into that stuff. It just depends. People have different upbringings. Like I showed some of y'all, like some of y'all seen that my wife. Right now we have a Valentine's Day tree, right? And somebody was like, "Oh, that's a interesting way to say I'm too lazy to put down a tree." They said something like that. My wife went out and bought decorations for the Valentine's tree. Like she went out of her way to create the Valentine's tree because she's into that type of. She's festive. We have a wreath every season. We have a new wreath and a new doormat on our door. Like she's like that. So she worked hard on the Valentine's Day tree. It wasn't. I put the tree up. She would have been like, "Hey, put a tree up. Got you. No problems. No foul." We took the Christmas stuff off, and she decorated for Valentine's Day. She's into that Valentine's Day stuff. It means a whole lot to her. Um, Clearly, she's in a relationship that she feels good enough about that makes sense for her to still be celebrating. Like, and Lord willing, another 15 years in, at the 30-year mark, she'll still be have enough energy for Valentine's Day. But I take it as a compliment that it's still something that she wants to celebrate, right? Even so, that's her thing. I'm not as festive. I'm not. That ain't none of my stuff. She celebrates everybody's birthday every time. Man, I don't do that. I celebrate everybody's birthday in his house. I celebrate my mama's birthday, right? But I don't. We just have come from different backgrounds, so you have to figure out what the bottom is for him. Like, bare minimum, can I get you to buy into doing something so that we can be together and I can feel valued and what my principles are as well? There might be a compromise, but you giving him an ultimatum because you want Valentine's Day gifts and birthday gifts doesn't make a lot of sense if you're in an otherwise healthy relationship. I think that there might be a compromise that you can get more of what you want during the year and not just because it's a Valentine's Day or just because it's a birthday. But again, I don't know your relationship. He might be shitty all year and then lazy on holidays, and that's a whole different story. But like I said, book a call, kevhick.com. If you want a one-on-one call with me, I can talk about whatever's going on in your love life, and get you a solid answer that's more specific to the context that you're talking about. Um, I got Mariah's comment a minute ago. Okay, it's girl. Need to be a triple for person. Don't have nothing good to say. Need to be respectful. Somebody got. I don't know what y'all talking about. We understand your time is valuable, and we appreciate you, Kev, for real. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, y'all can do that. But y'all see, look, it's been probably 300 different people in here, and we had 82 likes. It's YouTube's just sending strangers in here. I swear to God, that's what YouTube is doing. I wish Kev would make me the moderator because I want to block some trolls coming in here. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can on I don't know if I can on the phone. Nicole, if you Instagram me, I can make you a moderator. If you Instagram me, I can send you the thing like I did Big J. If you want to be a moderator, because I can definitely use them. Again, if y'all still watching, if you just joined Kev Hick's book club, or the book club, the Zoom book club is going to be with the Mind and Body with Kev Hick stuff. So if you are interested in being on a Zoom book club with me, and meeting on a regular basis, reading books, exchanging ideas and things of that nature, or you're interested in fitness advice or just kind of joining my fitness tribe, Gmail, Mind and Body with Kev Hick at gmail.com. It's the first comment in this live because I pinned it at the top, or I put it at the top. So email me either book club or the word fitness so that I know that you want to be a part of that, and that way I can reach out to you guys when I'm having these fitness cardio sessions, these Zoom cardio sessions, or our Zoom book club. Who are you? Why am I seeing you? I told y'all. I swear to God, bro. It's Shiv Sharma. Look, I don't know you, and my bad, but I'm sorry, not sorry. YouTube did it. YouTube pretends like they don't have a whole group of 367,000 people they could show my shit to. They keep showing new people that are not interested in it, which makes sense. I wouldn't be interested in your shit. I don't know what you do either, but YouTube keeps doing that. I don't know why. So I don't know why you seeing me. I don't know why you clicked. I'm gonna get off here in 5 minutes. I don't know if the comments will save, so forgive me if the comments didn't save. Nicole Martin, I got you. I see your Instagram. It just popped up. So I'll make you a moderator and give you a gear so you can get in here and help Big J fight the trolls. Not today, but soon. I'm on my phone. If I was on my computer, I would already been able to give you a gear. All right, I'm gonna get one more question and then we gotta go. You got some big eyes. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Advice for a woman who's told her money makes men feel emasculated. I suppose it depends on who said they felt emasculated. If a man specifically said he felt emasculated, I'd be surprised. Now, if somebody told you a man may feel emasculated, I like the money is a trigger, but the money specifically doesn't make men feel emasculated. What makes men feel emasculated is the authority that a woman often carries and sometimes can't put down because of the money she makes, especially if it's much more than him. Sometimes men don't have they feel like their voice is erased because they don't have any authority because they don't make any money. And if a woman doesn't need you for her spirituality, she doesn't need you for her intellectual stimulation or growth. She doesn't need you for her finances, and she can protect herself physically. Most of the when you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if those things are being handled by other sources and other people, it's very difficult for a man to kind of find his footing in a relationship with a woman. So sometimes a woman who has money doesn't need a man spiritually because she's feels like she's evolved. She doesn't need him intellectually because she's been a high intellect. That's how she got the money. She could only really use him for sex and maybe physical protection. But a lot of times, the women who are really successful are also be having their gun licenses. Like they don't feel like they need a man for protection. So a man has difficulty finding footing. So it's not that he feels less like a man because you have money. It's that he doesn't get to perform the services a man does from a place of you really desiring it from him. You've become accustomed to giving yourself those same resources and stimulus So it's very difficult for him to feel like a man in a relationship, which ultimately emasculates him. But it's not the money. It's sometimes the attitude, sometimes the authority that you carry, sometimes the need to defend yourself and be a little bit tougher. Sometimes women who are successful operate in male-dominated societies, and so just the way they handle men at times can be a little bit more harsh than women who make less money and who might need that guy for his partnership and his help in different ways. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's just to be navigated. But like I said, I don't know everybody. Some men might feel very emasculated by a woman with money, specifically for the money. But I think most of the time it's the other things that come with it that create the issue for a man. It's triggered by the money, but the money is the tip of the iceberg. You can't tell a woman, hey, I don't want you wearing that. Boy, I pay my own bills. Or I pay your bills. Shut up. That's kind of what they get from women who don't look up to them or admire them for some reason or another. Can I get to it? Do I have a wife? Yes, I have a wife. I've been with my wife for 15 years. What advice can you give a single mom trying to date? So I've done a few videos on dating as a single mother. I think that they could probably sum it up a lot better than I could trying to answer that question in this live. But specific to you, book a call if you really want to know what's specific to you. But if not, I think search the term single mother or single parent or single in my search bar on my YouTube page, and you'll see the videos I've made for single mothers. What's up, man? How are you? I'm chilling. What's your thoughts on lesbians? I don't know. I don't really think about lesbians unless I'm on the phone with one and doing some coaching. I get some people from the LGBT QA community quite often. I don't really have an opinion on lesbians. I don't really care how people like their sex. That's like me saying, like, a person's sex to me isn't their identity. It just isn't. And my only issue with anybody who is in the LGBTQIA community is that it becomes an identity sometimes. I don't introduce myself as, hey, I'm Kev Hick from the back. I don't. Right? I'm Kev Hick, slow missionary. Like, how I like my sex it's not a part of my identity. You don't really need to see me and identify my sexuality. You need to identify, I want to be seen spiritually. I want to be seen intellectually. I want to be seen energetically. I do not want to be seen by random people for how I like my sex. I don't think it's necessary. And so, to your point, what do I think about lesbians? I don't think anything about lesbians because I can say, hey, what do you think about me hitting it from the back? What do you think about slow, deep strokes from the front? Then none of that matters, right? So for me, love and respect, and sometimes I'm too honest. I don't really care. I don't really have an opinion on lesbians. I can say this if we're being specific about lesbians, because I do have an honesty problem. I did see a statistic that lesbians are getting divorced at a rate of 75%, which is a stark contrast to the narrative that women are just being mistreated by men and leaving at a rate of 80% of divorce, or 80% of divorces being initiated by women because men are maladaptive totally and completely. If women are divorcing men at a rate of 50% and divorcing each other at a rate of 75%, that might not help the stereotypical blame it on men narrative. So that's something that I find very interesting. But besides that, I don't really have a comment on lesbians. Hey, enjoy yourself. Women are beautiful. If I was a woman, I'd probably be a lesbian too. Love and respect. They're mesmerizing. How do I feel about Muslim? Love and respect. I don't. I'm not a religious person, but I respect people's religion, and I don't think I think most of the people I know who study Islam and practice Islam are extremely peaceful, beautiful people. I'm not known an asshole that was really dedicated to their study of Islam. Um, what do men need from their black women? I think we need to recognize that we deal with a shared experience of trauma in this country, and that we we like to blame each other and point the finger at each other, but that's just the Willie Lynch syndrome, the self-hatred syndrome that happens from a very strategic and tactical attack from the oppressor. So black men and black women need from each other grace and understanding that we're both suffering from a shared experience, and that being a black man isn't much more convenient than being a black woman. In the cross section of sexism and racism put black women below black men. But what we make up in being men, we lose in the violence that is leveled against us to neutralize us. And we're just suffering from a shared experience. And so black men need grace from black women, but black women also need grace from black men. But for us to have a heart that has space for grace, we need to get some equity and come from under the oppression. And I'm not positive that that will ever happen, because white supremacy is a very powerful, very dedicated principle that it will exist on this earth as long as they don't blow it up. So I don't know what happens. Love and respect. Kevin, how come you listen to Muslim but not Jesus? Who said I don't listen to Jesus? What are you talking about? I didn't say I didn't listen to Jesus. Um, I don't. I mean, I listen to Jesus. I think if I had to identify a religion, it would likely be Christian. If I had to identify myself as a religion, but I'm more non-denominational. But I could roll with that. I just don't think God is as petty as we make him out to be. So I feel like if you have a heart for God and you're doing the right things and living the right way and doing things that would honor him, whatever version of him you believe in, I feel like you're probably gonna be straight. So no, I don't know where you got that. We love you here in Israel. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. Upset some people. I'm not really feeling the Israel government at the moment. I think the Israeli government need to chill out a little bit. I think that's a thing, but I love people in Israel. I wish that there was a lot more peace over there, and I wish that, again, the Israeli government and the American government didn't bastardize the experience that everybody's having in their personal lives at such a drastic and tragic level. But I love Israel. I love the people in Israel. I'm a little bit anti-government for America and Israel. Give you a shout out, Cam the Valentine. Shout out. I was supposed to get off 20 minutes ago. I'm getting off in 4 minutes, y'all. Uh, Cam the Valentine say slay. Uh, I don't mean slay. Are you talking about like say it gay or something? I ain't doing all that, but love and respect though. um, let me see. One more question. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I'm supposed to be gone. Lots of love, Israel. Lots of love. Mm. Dave Ramsey said, don't include education and people who go to church in the divorce rate. I don't give a damn what Dave Ramsey says. He also says don't buy a fucking cell phone, and that's why you're poor, because you buy cell phones. He like, love and respect to Dave Ramsey. I did his Death Snowball many years ago, and it really helped my life. But sometimes Dave Ramsey just be rambling. So I let that brother do his thing. He talking about finance, he need to be listened to. When he talking about everything else, he needs to shut the hell up. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Love and respect. Thank you for joining me. I might be back on tomorrow. I might be back on the day after tomorrow. But I'll do better. I'll try to do better at putting the warnings up or the announcements up that I'm going to be live up ahead of time so that you guys can have an opportunity to come see me, come chat with me, come chop it up. So anyway, good night, y'all. I'm gonna get with y'all later. And anybody who needs a coaching call, go to kevhick.com and book a call if you want to talk to me one-on-one about your situation. I'm international. No matter where you are, I can talk to you. So, yeah, book a call. Email me at mindedbodywithkevhick@gmail if you're interested in either fitness coaching or the book club that we got. And I want to do some Zoom cardio sessions and try to like do a cardio club. I think that'd be really cool too. But I'm just want to do more of what I love, and that's what I love. So hopefully I get to do it with people I care about. Anyway, love and respect. I'll get with y'all later.